Why are you here today?
I'm here because I'm wanting to connect with veterans of the Iraq War and other people to get their testimonies and try to connect with them in ways that'll help get them into different media. I work with the Institute for Public Accuracy, and that's what I do. I also have some ideas that I thought would be compelling in terms of I'm wondering what their concerns are about legal liability for their statements. If we can get a way for them to give testimony in a setting where they don't have to worry about that, there might be a way to get more stories out there. Like if Congress, for example, Congress, as I understand it, gave Oliver North immunity for his testimony, so why couldn't they do that for veterans of the Iraq War, for example?
Thank you.
Welcome.
What are you doing here today?
Well, I'm here at the National Labor College to support IVAW's Winter Soldier investigations, Iraq and Afghanistan, because like I was hearing on the news earlier today when they were broadcasting some of the information, some of the footage and the interviews, there was a guy on there, I think it was David Courtwright, who was talking about his experience in seeing, Winter Soldier and seeing the tipping point that event was for the anti-war movement within the military. And if Winter Soldier 2008 can be a part of that, can help to move troops towards that tipping point to try and end this war, to end this occupation, then I want to be a part of that. I want to see what it's about. I want to learn the true story of what's going on over there in Iraq that the mainstream press is not putting out so that most Americans can see, right? And that's what these folks are doing, so that's what I'm about, learning and supporting, right? Because the anti-war movement takes real people on the ground doing what it takes to stop the war. And that's what this is, and I hope to see IVAW grow out of this event, and I hope to see the anti-war movement in general grow out of this event. So that's why I'm here.
And what are you doing here?
I'm performing tonight. My name is Son of None. I have a fancy badge, handmade, right? I'm a political MC, so I bring politics into hip-hop, which is something that's been sorely lacking, right? Not because there's not a lot of political MCs, but because there's not a lot of opportunities for those types of MCs to talk about the reality of the situation, to connect the dots of why the ghettos are so fucked up, right? Why the war is so messed up, right? Where poverty comes from, right? If you're not talking about those things, then you can get on the radio easy, right? If you want to talk about crack, if you want to degrade women, all of that bullshit, the doors are wide open for you. But the second you want to start talking about real shit, right, that's when you have a problem. So the fact that Winter Soldiers open their arms to political music is something I'm down with. So I'm very happy to be here and to help rally the troops, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
So why are you here today?
There are so many answers to that question. Because this war is wrong. And it's not only this war, it's the whole policy of this country that is wrong. And we've got to do something. We've got to bring all kinds of people together and learn how to work together to change this country's policies so that we can put an end to this war, all the occupations. We can stop the support of Israel, and we can actually learn how to take care of people as human beings like we should.
And what role are you playing here?
Today I'm just an observer. I usually work at different demonstrations and stuff, but today I'm an observer and I'm taking it all in and hearing everybody else's voice. And hopefully we can get all these voices together in a way that works to turn it over.
And your name and where you're from?
My name's Priscilla Lowndes. I'm from Connecticut. I'm with Answer Coalition. I'm with the Party for Socialism for Liberation. I'm also a member of the VFP.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why are you here today?
I started out working as an anti-war activist at University of California, Santa Cruz, and we were doing a lot of counter-recruitment work on the campus, trying to get military recruiters off campus, and we ended up with a pretty big name for ourselves after having a few big protests and kicking the recruiters off. And I got invited to participate in this counter-recruitment tour with a bunch of folks on the East Coast. And we're going on tour, and we hooked up last minute with a bus full of Iraq veterans against the war. And that kind of started, I think, this relationship between a few radical activists and Iraq veterans against the war, and hooked a lot of people up, which ended up these relationships in creating this Winter Soldier project. So I flew out from Santa Cruz on Wednesday, and I'm here for the weekend. I'm flying back on Monday because I have finals that are due on Tuesday, but that's why I'm here.
What's your name and organization, and where are you from?
My name is Kate Flanagan. I grew up in Maryland. I live in Santa Cruz now, and I work with Decoy, directly confronting the occupation of Iraq, and UC Santa Cruz, Students Against War.
Thank you. Why are you here today?
Why am I here today? Well, I'm here at the National Labor College for the Iraq Veterans Against the War Winter Soldier event, and I'm here to first to listen and to have what the Iraq and Afghan veterans are telling me and letting it really reach deep inside me, because there's no way I can ever experience what they experienced myself, because I wasn't there. But I want to feel really deeply what they're saying about their experience. So that's the first thing. And the second is to try to use this event in my own work to spread the outrage and the information to the public, so that there will be a much greater uprising against the crimes that are being committed. In 1971, when the Winter Soldier happened, it led to 1 million people descending on Washington 3 weeks later, and I certainly hope something like that happens now.